Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat. We've got a special guest coming up, Ella, as I say hello to you.
Hello, good to be back, and very great to be joined by Fred Larson, new Aussie. We'll claim you as an Aussie. You probably haven't been here long enough yet, but you're a bona fide Aussie in riding here at the Gold Coast.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me on.
How's the tan going?
I think it's going
It's
pretty
better
good.
than mine.
Yeah, it's better than mine.
I've been here 3.5 years. You're flying.
Just trying to blend in.
Yeah. Tell us about the move to Queensland.
Yeah, I came over. I went over to Victoria because I had a lot to do with Henry Dwyer in England with S4 and helped him out, Galloper a few times. And, he just said, why don't you come over this winter? There's not really a lot that goes on. So I went over there for a couple of months. Just struggled for a little bit of opportunities. Not from Henry. Henry put me on when he could. Just very hard to get going. And now my agent Adam Brook started back up again up in Queensland, and I was straight on the phone and straight on the next plane up. It's great.
It all wasn't necessarily race riding early on. You had a completely different background. In fact, racing wasn't even thought of with you.
Yeah, no. I think the first time I sat on a horse was I was probably 19. I played a lot of football before that at quite a high level, and that didn't really work out. But yeah, I just threw all my eggs into the racing basket, as per se, and I never really looked back. It's gone from strength to strength, really.
It's very unique. Obviously, we talk to a lot of up-and-coming jockeys, and they grew up around horses, father's a trainer, whatever it may be. You had a completely different... were you petrified to get on the back of a horse? Obviously, being 19, it's a lot different to when you've grown up around it. Was it scary? Was it exciting? How did it make you feel?
Yeah, I was just excited more than anything. And I think, the more I progressed, the more excited I got about it. And that's probably when I wanted to make, a good go at a career. And I knew I was starting late, so... But I think probably there's a lot of not just transferable skills, but also I was a bit older to deal with probably the pressures that come with riding. It was probably a little bit of an advantage in some ways as well. So yeah, it stood me in good stead, I think.
But you weren't just a hack footballer. You were pretty damn good.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Tottenham. I played at a very good level. And then men's football, the early stages of non-league, it was good.
From Australia looking in, it seems like a daunting experience for a soccer player in the UK. High pressure, big money, very loyal fans. What was it like?
Yeah, I think at a young level, it's so much pressure for everybody to try and make it because you're going to change everybody else's life around you.
Yep. People
that helped you to get to where you were at that stage. And the money changing hands, even now you see 12, 13, even younger year old kids changing hands for millions of pounds, and it's going to change your life. So it is a lot of pressure, but I guess the older you get, the more you feel it. At the start, you're just playing football you're a kid, and it turns out you're pretty good, but you're just playing. But I think probably the pressure probably got to me a little bit, but yeah. I don't think there's anywhere I'd rather be rather than here now. So
it's a different field, but you're obviously having success as a jockey. And here you've ridden a few winners since being up in Queensland, and you're having quite the success. How does that momentum help build your confidence? We're talking about confidence and pressure, and as you're establishing yourself in this new racing environment here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, for sure. In my early riding career in England, I took off. I was on an up trajectory, and I've been scuppered with injuries throughout my career that have put big kind of chunks, 6 months chunks, where I've been out, broken legs, screws in my arm, and just certain injuries that just when you get going and your momentum's going, and then you get just put back to the bottom of the pile basically. But the momentum's great at the moment, and hopefully we can keep it going. But it's all about getting on the right horses, but you need somebody. Bit of loyal support to put you up on them week in, week out, and I'm just glad to deliver for everybody at the moment.
You've got to have a strong work ethic in southeast Queensland. There's lots of race meetings, lots of travel, track work, trials in between, jump outs. How have you adjusted to that?
Yeah, I don't mind being busy. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd rather be busy and, you know, helps keep the weight down and everything. Not that I really have too much problem, but...
I do. Actually, to tell you a story, I had the opportunity of playing 15A's union at St. Pat's College, and there was the footy field or the canteen, and I went to the canteen, and that ruined my career. So I know what it's like to play high pressure football and make the wrong choices. So, but yeah, no, you're right with your weight. Don't worry about that. So what can you ride? 54?
Yeah, 54. Yeah, I could probably ride a bit lighter if there was, you know, a big ride or something. But yeah, 54s, I can do 54s all day. So
how's the tempo different from overseas? You know, as Mitch just said, there's a lot going on, a lot of travel involved. Is that different to what you're used to, or is it a similar momentum?
Probably similar enough, really. Obviously, like the early mornings are different here, much earlier than back at home. But it gives you more time in between going racing, so I don't mind that. The travel was about the same. I've done a lot of travel in England. Obviously, I've flown up, kind of like ridden on the northern circuit up here a little bit as well, which is a good experience, something different. But yeah, I'd say much of a muchness, really. Yeah.
Tony and Maddie Sears have been good supporters. You've struck up good connections with a number of Gold Coast trainers. Signature Tart's been a good find for you of late.
It was actually our February
Horse of the Month and won well here last Saturday again.
Yeah, she's definitely a filly on the up. The first day I rode her here on the poly track, I just thought I couldn't see her getting beat if she produced a run from 2 starts before that on the grass. And there was no fluke about that, and there was no fluke on her poly run, and she probably didn't really like the ground here the other day, and she's still gone and bolted up. She's definitely a filly on the up. Obviously, she's had her problems in the gates, getting taken out at Lismore, but she's a filly that we probably think she could probably run 1200 as well. So there's going to be more improvement. Yeah, she's a filly to really look forward to. You know,
great training effort that week. That Polly win. She was scratched at Lismore on the Tuesday. She got a certificate again to go back to the races on the Thursday at Bow Desert. She won here on the Saturday, and she's followed that up with another win. And Nicole's horses are going particularly well at the moment too, so which is good to see.
You touched quickly on your manager before, and off air we were talking about how important it is to have a good manager here in Queensland. How important it is. What's the story behind that and working together?
Yeah. So Adam Brooke, he does a great job for me. I actually tried to get signed on to him back in England, I'd say, must be banging on probably 3.5 years ago. And he had a full book, so he couldn't take me on. And I know he'd come out here and he'd kind of gone quiet on the managing scene. I know he was starting back up. And yeah, I know he's very, very good at his job. He's a great salesman, but also you have to go and produce to help him out as well, which I've been managed to do quite well recently. And so the other boys, Damien Bosch and Harrison Shaw, everyone, like 3 jockeys that are all building momentum in Queensland. But yeah, you need someone good looking after you, and not just getting you on horses, but getting you on the right horses is so key, especially when you're kind of new up here and you need to make a bit of a splash. And yeah, he's done that great. I can't thank him enough.
And you want to make this move permanently. You don't want to be here for 3 weeks and then jet off again. You want to base yourself in Queensland long term. Yeah,
for sure. Me and my partner are up here. Already making plans to bring the dog back over from back at home. So yeah, we're looking to make this a permanent move, and yeah, hopefully all goes well. Yeah.
Excellent. There's plenty of beaches to run with the dog, walking paths, that's for sure.
Well, we're very lucky to have you here in Queensland. You're hitting goals already, and we can't wait to see
Kicking goals.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice pun. We can't wait to see what's in store for you for your time here and for the future. So thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Excellent, Fred. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Cheers. Great to have Fred on the show. Looking back at last weekend, of course, we had the Jewel Preludes at Eagle Farm. I won't get onto it, but the 2 winners of the Colts and Geldings and the fillies won't be here because they're not cutest and there's no exempt from ballot. But Cherry Bombshell, who did win the fillies division, might be headed towards the slipper. There was a good run from Tony and Maddie Sears' filly, Brave Etoile. She ran better than market expectation, running 3rd. and more than likely we'll be here on Jewel Day itself over 1,200 metres. So good luck to the team there. Tickets
still available. Our restaurants have now sold out. So if you do want a bit of hospitality, the Owners Pavilion in the Glass House, upgrade your day. So any owners coming on track, that's the best spot to be in, obviously right next to the mounting yard. Prime viewing on that perch at the top. And you get a drink on arrival and your food all day, cash bar to follow. So great little package there. $95 for owners, a little discount there. $110 for the public. So free entry for everyone else who just want to come out and be in GA for the day. Get on track. It's going to be an incredible day. We're looking forward to it.
Be a bumper crowd that day. Also, too, the Carbine Club have got a big night. April 10?
Yes, April 10, Friday night, our next Friday night meeting.
Stars?
Yes, Silks Under the Stars presented by the Carbine Club. They'll have an event. It'll be $250 per person, obviously your food and drink included. They always put on a great show, the Carbine Club, when they're here, so that'll be an awesome one to get along to. We'll put the links on the screen.
Excellent. So head to the website. They had me at Gold Buffet.
And drinks package.
I've got to work, unfortunately, but Gold Buffet, I'll still be able to take care of that. Also, too, Noel Smith, long-time serving bookmaker here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2014. Lived and breathed the place. He was a regular here for some 40 years as a bookmaker. I think he bookmaked for more than 50, 60 years in his career, but sadly passed away. There'll be a funeral at Somerville Funerals at Nerang Broadbeach Road on Monday, the 9th of March. And then the wake here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. He was a very popular man, so the funeral will be well attended. So too the wake. The wake is 2 o'clock, and the funeral 12:30. So if you can attend both, it'd be muchly appreciated. And we miss Noel, and our thoughts go out to friends and family. But we'll celebrate his life on Monday. This weekend racing here at the Gold Coast.
Yes,
7 races.
Just Aquas Park Race Day this weekend. A few good sponsors in there. I'm going to go race to Bruckheimer. Hope I'm saying that right. From the Campton Stable, Bella Youngbury aboard. Obviously, she's just flying at the moment, so I'm going to stick to that race too.
Film director Jerry Bruckheimer.
Didn't know that. There you go.
And topical tip. Well, actually, I didn't mean it, but Gold Coast Race 5, number 4, jeans.
Oh, the double denim. The double denim. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm a bit slow off the mark today on the.
That was a real blank moment, wasn't there? Can you edit that out to guard us that pause in time? Anyway,
I get the joke. Great joke. The double denim.
There are our two tips. Bruckheimer in race 2 and jeans in race 5.
Now, before we go, I've been told by the CEO that we have to mention last week, Gin Twist.
Yes.
A winner, Mia Dennis, a staff member here at the Gold Coast Turf Club, and her soon-to-be husband, Jake Watkins, had a win with Gin Twist down at Flemington. We'll put the replay on the screen. If this is it, we're calling it a treble, I think, because he jumps to hug his best mate Andrew before he does Mia. So it's a very funny replay, but congratulations to them and their win with Gin Twist last week.
It almost felt like the handshake that no one was there. Mia was there, but she wasn't quite there. But well done to them. Good to get stakes success with that filly. So she's a very valuable filly for them. And also too, I hear that there could be a new segment
on the show.
Yeah.
Are we teasing?
What else?
Are we teasing that one now? Are we?
There's been popular demand that we should have a lookalike
competition.
Yeah.
I think we may. You have to stay tuned to find out. But we've come up with some good lookalikes for some guests that we've had on the show, and we think a lookalike competition. So if you have any fun lookalikes, any jockeys, any trainers, us, anyone at the Gold Coast Turf Club that you think has a canny lookalike,
no one is off limits.
No one's off limits.
The chairman.
Send them through, and we might just do a little segment here on the show.
Sounds good. That's a wrap for In the Box Seat. Big show next week. Big preview of Jewel. Paul Joyce will join us. We'll have a deep look at the feature races next week. Catch you then.